Now on WLKY, this is breaking news.
Tragedy at a local bus stop. A woman is shot and killed while walking a child to the pickup spot. It's sparking widespread outrage.
I'm angry. I'm angry at the individual who killed this woman today. I'm angry that people still do this in 2025 in our city at bus stops.
And this deadly shooting comes less than a week after shots were fired at the same bus stop. Now the cries for an end to the violence echo across our city. Right now, there is a search underway for who fired that deadly shot.
Police initially said a 15-year-old was in custody, but late this afternoon said that teen was not involved.
The woman was shot in the area of West Chestnut and 10th Street around 8 o'clock this morning. This is the same area where shots were fired just last week.
We have team coverage for you tonight. We are starting with Madison Elliott, who was at the scene all morning long. And Madison, what did the police chief have to say?
He called it unacceptable, saying he will not tolerate this kind of violence.
LMPD Chief Paul Humphrey didn't mince his words Tuesday as police blocked off 10th and Chestnut again for a shooting near JCPS bus stop.
This is the second time in a week that we're talking about this, and it is absolutely pathetic.
A young woman was shot while walking a child to the bus stop, which is near the YMCA. She later died at the hospital. The child is physically okay, but they and other kids experienced another act of violence as they were trying to go to school.
These are lives that are forever changed because of incidents like this, whether they are the actual victim or they experienced this, they witnessed this. This is a traumatic event for so many people that changes neighborhoods for the worse.
Earlier in the day, police took a 15-year-old into custody and questioned them in connection to the shooting, but later released the teen, saying he was not the suspect. Police instead released images of who they now believe is the shooter.
This morning, someone committed an unspeakable act.
JCPS Superintendent Dr. Brian Yearwood was joined by the chief and mayor later in the day, saying he is outraged by the violence and they're working to find solutions.
It falls on all of us. This community crisis demands a community solution.
While homicides are down 30% across the metro, Humphrey and Greenberg say more needs to be done.
Incidents like today are a stark reminder of why we don't celebrate that progress. Why we use that progress to just fuel us to do even more of what we're doing and to think of ways we can and we must do even more. Because we cannot continue to have setbacks like we have had today.
Police say they're in contact with the family of the child that was with the woman who was shot. And again, that child is physically okay. JCPS leaders today also said they have counselors in their schools ready to help kids impacted by this violence. Reporting live, Madison Elliott, WLKY News.
And police are now investigating if today's deadly shooting is connected to the shooting near the same bus stop on the first day of school. A 15-year-old was arrested in that case last week, and we've just learned a second 15-year-old was arrested in that case today. We're told they were shooting at each other. No one was hurt. Both teens are now facing 34 charges, including wanton endangerment and possession of a handgun by a minor. Norman Seawright continues our team coverage tonight.
He's here with details of a heated exchange between a concerned neighbor and the police chief. Norman?
Yeah, Rick, at that joint press conference today, you can imagine all of the stress the community is under. And at that press conference, the LMPD chief was facing some tough questions.
The LMPD made the decision to leave because they felt like because they got the suspect that it was over. At what time do LMPD have partnerships in the community to know that it was not over, that this is ongoing?
So who did it? If you know, who did it?
I'm asking you
okay.
about LMPD.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing, man. Here's the thing, man. LMPD did not shoot this woman.
Did I ask you that? That's not what I said.
So
you
this is about a 15-year-old.
This is about a 15-year-old. Decision, right? That they felt like this was over. Okay. My question was, what you don't want to know is, and you keep rudely interrupting me, then you wonder why I am from the community. You should have no problem with my question or no problem with what I'm asking. So what I'm asking you is, what is LMPD going to do to have relationships in the community so they will know that that was not over, that they did not need to leave at that moment. So for you to get angry, that means you missed a step.
Now, the woman you're hearing, her name is Wanisha Saunders. I caught up with her after that exchange. She told me her main concern was that LMPD had been here for days leading up to the incident, but were not here this morning. And while officials are talking about long-term solutions, she says that's an easy one. You need to come here and have those conversations, not in the meeting room, but in the community.
Councilman ran out. He ran from the area. You can't tell us what we need. We can tell you what we need. We can tell you the problems because, see, y'all got hours from 8 to 5, 9 to 5. We hear from midnight to midnight every day. Come talk to us. We don't have a problem telling you. But don't shut us up when it's our time to speak.
And she went on to challenge city officials to just show up and have those conversations with people in this community.
Norman, have you talked to parents who were getting their kids this afternoon, and how are they reacting?
Yeah, Rick, I did talk to at least one parent who just recounted an emotional tale to me. There's a lot of shock, disbelief, outrage even, but for her, it's trauma because she witnessed this shooting happen. She was with the woman as she was struggling to breathe, and she's worrying now how she's going to explain this to her own child and the victim's child. And still, it sounds like she hasn't even processed this just yet, Rick.
You can understand. All right. Thanks, Norman. Our Alexis Matthews spent today talking to people in the Russell community.
And she continues tonight's team coverage with their reaction. Alexis?
Jennifer, Rick, the overall tone from residents and advocates of this community is that they're tired, but they're turning their frustration, if I step out the way to show you, into mobilization to man this bus stop. And there's also been a very small memorial started for that victim. They tell me the violence this morning was not only absolutely senseless, but preventable. Residents are frustrated, but they're also heartbroken after the back-to-back shootings. They tell me thoughts and prayers are not enough to stop the violence because lives are at stake. Some of their solutions are a safer place for kids to wait for the bus, but they also want city officials and police to walk these streets and build relationships with residents before tragedy strikes. Now, immediately after the shooting, many gathered to this area of 10th and Chestnut. I talked to two well-known anti-violence advocates, one who described the chaotic scene, while the other put out a charge to the community for change. Take a listen.
They get to the bus stop a few minutes later, they're running for their lives, they're ducking. Can you imagine how terrifying that is, not only for the parent, because they're trying to protect their children are scared.
Mothers Murder Sons, the Moms Group, we can only work and do so much. We're trying. Other organizations, they're trying, but it starts with the families and the neighborhoods and the community. We have to do this. We cannot rest our way out of this situation that we're in.
Now, to further activate the community in solving this issue, an anti-violence meeting will be held here at the YMCA on Chestnut Street behind me on Saturday from 1 to 4, and anyone is welcome to attend. Live in Russell for you tonight, I'm Alexis Matthews, WLKY News.
And as things were unfolding this morning, the father of the teen arrested last week actually rushed to the scene to see what was happening.
He spoke to our crew and said that he's been concerned about his son and tried to raise the alarm to officials. He also talked about parents' responsibility.
I feel like I'm responsible. I looked at all the comments on WLKY. I understand people's comments about the parents. I think they should be held responsible. I take the first lick and I'll be held responsible. But I think everybody needs to be held accountable and responsible because we're not the reason that it didn't go all the way left. We're lucky it didn't go all the way left.
Now, we ask additional questions about what transpired at the bus stop last Thursday. You can watch that full interview, and I suggest that you do it. It's really enlightening. It's right on our webpage right now and on the YouTube channel as well. Mayor Craig Greenberg is calling on the entire community to help make the city safer in the wake of this shooting. He says that one of the ways people can do that is by sharing information. That includes information about whether children have access to guns. Mayor Greenberg also asked all gun owners to make sure their firearms are locked up, and he suggested more adults volunteer for organizations like the YMCA and the Boys and Girls Club to offer guidance to young people. As police search for the suspect, you can get another look at this person's police looking for who they're looking for right now online. We have those surveillance pictures on our homepage, along with the entire news conference from